Take cover because you're under fire. So Aquarius says, I saw a barrel of a gun when I felt the energy behind your cards. And the card that we have on the board isn't a friendly card either. We have the Six of Swords. That's like going through, it's like making the border crossing from Eastern Germany to Western Germany would have been the Six of Swords. It's like doing something dangerous, doing something that's difficult, treacherous, that has the potential for you to get gunned down. So maybe this is literal. Maybe some of you guys are, I don't know, like in the army on the field. I doubt this is literal for all of you. So for most of you, this is figurative. There's something that you guys are doing this week or currently in your life where you're under fire and you have to take cover. So the other thing that I saw was a wall, like a railing, but it was tall, like something you could hide behind or something that was very protective. So there is a sense that you have to take cover. You have to take cover because there's fire going around. Whether this is I think this is metaphorical. So like maybe some of you guys are seeing a lot of government employees lose their jobs, and that's people getting gunned down, right? Metaphorically, is they're losing their jobs. Their jobs are getting killed, and you're seeing that, and you're like, oh shit, I got to take cover. Maybe you're one of those people who has to submit, a report of what you've been up to. Now, the last thing that I picked up on is the thing that makes no sense, which is a flower. So we're gonna have to pull more cards, see where the flower fits into all this. So let's go ahead and do that now. We've got the Hierophant and the Lovers. Interesting. Now, I think that the flower talks about the fact that you're not alone on this ship. So maybe you have a significant other or a child, and you have to protect them from whatever this metaphorical firing squad is, because there's the lovers here. And even on this boat, there's two people on the boat. So I think that you're on a boat with somebody. You're on a boat with somebody. Now the Hierophant, I actually think this might be the person or institution, because the Hierophant talks about like an institution, somebody who's like, who almost like, who's like a priest in the picture, but he could also be like the president, or he could be like the dean of like a university. This could be the person who is creating the fire, or this could just be the fact that you have to take the stance of the Hierophant and you have to document. Maybe that's how you are protecting yourself, is documentation. The Hierophant also stands for documentation and bureaucracy. So either the Hierophant is you and you need bureaucracy is how you protect yourself and how you take cover, or the Hierophant is the institution, it's like the bureaucracy that's coming after you and firing bullets at you. Okay, let's see what we get from the Oracle cards, and we'll kind of piece this together a bit more. Okie dokie. Okay, so you guys might have to make an appeal. So the two with the cup is talking to somebody else and trying to get them to see your side of the situation, trying to get them on your side. That's the two with the cup. And then Gemini is communication. The sword is clarity, to clarify something. And Uranus is kind of like showing them something they didn't know before, right? You're telling them new information. That's what Uranus and the sword is. You're telling them something that they didn't know before, and they might even be shocked by the information that you tell them. Now, I think this is part of the wall. I think this is part of how you're protecting yourself from the bureaucracy or whatever situation is the firing squad, is you have to self-advocate. You have to get people on your side, and you have to kind of like talk them over to your side. On the bottom, we have Pluto, which is the oppression, which is, the Lord of the Underworld, right? You could see the president is the Lord of the Underworld, the president of your company, the president of the country, somebody who has power over you. That's Pluto here, and that's the person who you have to make the appeal to. So you have to make the appeal, you have to get this person on your side, you have to, and it's not even a person, I think it's an institution. I think it's a bureaucratic institution, and it may not even be one person, or it might be the person at the top, that you have to work your way up to get them to listen to you, because we have the city, Pluto, and the ear. So yeah, it might take a bit of bureaucracy to actually work your way up to the correct person, and you might have to actually talk to a few people, because Gemini isn't necessarily one other person. But this is how you protect yourself from being gunned down. This is how you protect your significant other from the attacks, whatever the attacks are. let's pull some advice and see if we can get any more information, or we'll just get some advice here for you guys on what else you can do to protect yourself, or maybe this isn't necessary, right? Oh, any advice here for my Aquariuses? Well, the Queen of Swords with the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Swords, have better documentation. You need better documentation, because if you don't have better documentation, if you don't have all your ducks in a row, if you don't have clear information for when you go to appeal to this higher person or bureaucracy, you won't be able to defend yourself. So you can defend yourself. You guys are going to be fine. You guys are going to be fine because we got the Seven of Wands. That is literally the card for defense in this deck. But you have to take the advice of the Queen of Swords with the Eight of Swords. Let's just see what else is on top here. Okay, yeah. Wow. So the Hierophant is the institution. I mean, as it stands, they want to tear you down. We've got the Tower and the Hierophant. As it stands, they're looking for blood, and you're gonna have to protect yourself. You're gonna have to say this isn't fair, or I'm not the right person. Seven of Swords. You got the wrong guy, right? You got the wrong guy. Here's my documentation. Here's the proof that shows, what you didn't know. That might have been shocking. That protects you. And you're potentially gonna have to do this week, or it's just the theme for you guys this week. Let's see what we get out of the Oracle. Anything else here? Any last advice for my Aquarius? Any last advice? Oh, okay. What? I don't think you want any last advice. Got one card. Just one card. That's pretty easy. The bread. Oof. Bread is necessity. This is either something you have to do, or the bread is talking about how you are going to be in necessity if you don't do this, or that's the protection, that's the wall. Like this might affect your bread, right? Like putting bread on the table. This might affect your income. That's what the protection is. That is what not getting gunned down means, metaphorically speaking, because all of this affects your livelihood, your ability to put bread on the table. And I think that's what you want to protect too. On the bottom we have the moon, so you guys could have a fear. That's all of the. I'm sure if somebody's pointing a gun at you, there's got to be fear, or even a metaphorical gun where you think like you're going to lose your job, or you're going to lose your livelihood, or some kind of like resource that you need, your bread. I don't think you have to worry, because underneath the moon we have Sagittarius. All you need is a plan. All you need is a plan, and then you need to follow through with that plan. And that plan does, like I said, look, we've got the ear and then the city. There's an appeal that you have to make a plan that involves an appeal to a bureaucratic institution, a person, an agency, or like something. I guess that's it. That's it, or a business, I suppose. But that's it. And then once you make this plan and you follow through with it, you guys will be protected. You guys will be fine, and you don't have to worry. All right, so I hope that helped. Aquariuses, thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. If you want to see more readings, subscribe to the channel, follow the channel, and also you can, if you want to support my work, you can you can be a member on Patreon. I've got links for that below, so check that out. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.